really think it's about diversification. If we've learned anything from the pandemic in the last year, it's got to be that any business which relies on a single revenue stream or a single business model can have challenges. So I really think the key to growth is about diversifying. So it's about having multiple revenue streams and business models, but it's also about agility as well. So yes, have different ways of working and different business models, but also when things do change, be able to pivot quickly, or just as importantly, focus more or less in certain areas, depending on either the challenges that you're facing or indeed what opportunities are unfolding in front of you.
Without any question, having a data-driven mindset in the organization is fundamental, but it has to come from the top. The C-suite has to really embrace this and see it flow through the organization to marketing, to editorial, to the advertising team, to technology. It's a real top-down data-driven mindset. The second thing that's important is really defining the value exchange that the publisher wants to have with its readers. What is going to help me as a publisher turn a transactional relationship into a deep, sustainable relationship to drive customer lifetime value? The third thing that becomes really important is about owning your readers' data. There has to be a significant shift to first-party data and to having logged in experiences so you can really understand what is happening to your reader profile when you acquire a customer, and increasingly how you retain that customer and drive greater engagement. So in summary, it's about really driving real-time reader data as being the catalyst to future success and future growth.
I think it's really important that more publications consider subscriber paywalls. I think it's not a level playing field at the moment, and I do believe that journalism is worth paying for. It should not be free. I really hope that this is the approach that is adopted going forward. In order to grow further, I think it's also essential that we maintain a really wide mix of news. I think there's a danger sometimes with online news that we maybe don't cover as many different subjects as we might in print, because obviously certain stories do better online than in print. But I think it's very important that we maintain our integrity going forward and resist the clickbait effect that newspaper publications are accused of. In order to do that, we must maintain, as I say, our integrity and present a wide variety of articles.
I think if we're talking about publishing in general, then I think continuing to find ways to prove out the ROI for our clients of advertising and marketing through our range of products and services, with the changes in terms of how we are able to track people and how we're able to use different tech platforms to be able to report back to clients. It's going to be incumbent upon all of us to be able to have the flexibility and the ability to pivot at speed, to be able to create something that ensures that advertisers and their agencies have confidence in our platform and our audience.
I think the secret to growth is actually going to be quality. I think there's a misconception that digital publishers, and mainly digital publishers, always deal in, clicks and cheap clicks sometimes. But I don't think that actually the vast majority of time that is true. But I do think that there is also a seemingly kind of reset in the industry at the moment, where people are realizing that readers do want quality, they do want exclusive content, they do want things they can't get anywhere else, and they want trusted news as well. So I think moving away from that misconception, that stereotype of, just publishing anything that will get clicks is really important, and kind of restoring that trust in digital publishing. I think that's going to be a real way that it grows in the next few years, and making sure that people can also access that content in a really accessible way. I think if you look back at digital publishing, when I was first coming into the industry a good few years ago now, it was really not very advanced, but the industry is catching up and making it really easy for people to now access that content, whether that's free content or whether that is that premium content, which will bring in some much needed money.
In terms of success over the next 3 years, I think 3 things for me are going to be fundamental for businesses. So content and platform, and what I mean by that is building loyal and unique audience attention and engagement is going to be critical for businesses. Innovative ad products being the second one, and third is being an easy partner to work with. So just to give you an example, I guess, of what I mean by that, audiences are vast in a digital environment in media, and what is critical for media companies now is to make sure that they have a unique relationship with those audiences and that they're able to demonstrate that through the value of data. And I think that's going to be really, really important over the coming years to drive that attention and engagement and be able to prove that. What we've seen over a number of years, ad products, we continue to innovate, and that's certainly not going to go away. And everyone is looking for new forms to attract and engage with clients in an impactful way, and continue to A/B test to find the most efficient and effective ways to drive core advertising messages to work with our partners. And then last and very importantly, I think, the world has never been more complex. We're working longer and harder than ever before. And critical then to success, in our view, is being an easy partner to work with. And we certainly at Bloomberg Media focus much of our time on thinking about how we can take away any internal blockages and make ourselves as effective as possible for our partners, so we take as much pain away and make their lives as easy as possible. And I think this will be a critical component for any businesses having success over the next 3 years.
So what do I believe will be the secret to successful growth for digital publishers over the next few years? Certainly in the sports world, I believe it will be centered around the live viewing experience. The majority of people don't watch for 90 minutes in the lounge on the big TV anymore, and that number will continue to decrease. So firstly, you need to be able to provide high quality streams with little latency and as many devices as possible, so people can get the content when they want, where they want. Now that user experience will become expectation. So it's then, what tools and tactics can companies deploy to encourage repeat visits and longer engagement? Polls, quizzes and social media really embedded into the live sports viewing experience, so people don't have to use other platforms alongside the stream. Add into the equation gamification, where people can not only watch live, but they can play along live with what's happening against their friends. Plus, of course, AR, which has been spoken about for a long time, but I see that slowly becoming a genuine reason to watch and not just a gimmick. In the 6 years I've been at BT Sport, digital viewing and engagement has increased dramatically. I'm so passionate about digital and sport together. I see some really exciting times ahead in the next few years and beyond.